And the second legs begin in 2 weeks' time on the 10th and 11th of March. Spurs have got it all to do in Leipzig and need a repeat of last season's heroics in Amsterdam, whilst debutants Atalanta are within touching distance of a place in the quarter-finals. The following night, Liverpool are looking to harness the power of Anfield once again and overturn their deficit against Atletico, whilst PSG Dortmund is also finally poised as the two sides reconvene in Paris. But Lyon have beaten Juventus and they will take a 1-0 lead to Turin for the second leg of their last 16 tie. Karen Carney and Jermaine Jenas are watching with me. And Karen, thoroughly deserved for Lyon tonight? Yeah, defensively they were superb, really well organised. They obviously took the lead. Juventus were sloppy in giving the goal away, but once they took that lead, they deserved the win because they defended so well. And, you know, Juventus were poor tonight, in fact shocking, I would say. One shot on target and never looked like scoring at all. Where were they lacking tonight, Juve, Jermaine?
I thought the midfield was very stagnant, not much kind of like mobility or kind of just something different. I think all three players are very similar. Rabiot, Benzema and Pjanic, they're almost, call them like plodders. There's not many that can they're not many that kind of break the lines or make something different happen. I felt like they were quite easy to play against, especially for the best part of 75 minutes anyway. The last 15, they stepped it up once Ramsey came onto the pitch as well. Well, let's look at the goal. Lucas Toussaint, but still really disappointing from a Juve point of view. It was, it's far too easy for Owa to get in there and deliver the cross, and then it was just a simple case of right place at the right time, and it came off his shin, I think, but Toussaint, but he'll be happy with that. But it's far too easy. You know, for them to, defensively, Juventus have always been so solid, and that to come from a throw and a set play where you're organising in position, doesn't matter if you're down to 10 men, you should be able to organise it and get into a structure where you can defend that, and it's just far too easy to wriggle out, get the cross in, and then to nip in round the back post and be unopposed. So it's really poor defending from Juventus there. And Lyon made life difficult for Juve, didn't they, with their shape tonight, but as you said, Juve just really struggled to create anything. Yeah, I mean, look, let's first give credit to Lyon and the way they set themselves up. I think that Rudy Garcia knew exactly what he was doing with regards to frustrating, this Juventus side. But on the flip side to that, if you look at the Juventus players, there's no movement. I think at the top end of your pitch, Cuadrado makes half a run. There's no belief really in terms of, that he's going to get the ball, so he checks back, and that was kind of the case of the first 45 minutes. A lot of standing and watching. Here's a clear indication of only one person getting in the box. You're 1-0 down at this stage. Ronaldo's always going to be in there trying to make something happen. But you need, for him to get his space, he needs other people to be occupied, and that's, that sums it up. Well, it's ridiculous, isn't it? For 60 minutes, no kind of pressure in that box at all to get the goal. Tells you exactly the story in terms of why they've walked out of the stadium with no goals and not really putting any pressure on Lyon. Yeah, absolutely summed up perfectly the first part of the match for them to the very end. Not a single shot on target for Juventus tonight. Cuadrado and Higuain, though, with a couple of late chances, Karen. Yeah, half chances, but I think, as Jermaine said, there was no real tempo or pace to this Juventus team. It was very lethargic, and I think, Lyon defended superbly, and, that fell to Dybala there, and his left foot kind of misconnected with the ball, but it was a big chance there for him, and I just think it summed up their night, wasn't it? Again, ball comes out here, it's recycled quite well. Dybala does what he does best, beats the man. Now it's just pick out a pass and he zings it in at pace, and Higuain just can't get the shot off and completely off target. He did come at him too quick, and he tries to get onto his right foot, but missed the target, and I think that summed up their night. They were just a bit all over the shop. They're quite disconnected, aren't they? I just don't understand what Sarri's thinking. I don't know how you can watch that 15-minute display there and not understand, we're Juve, we're going to a dismantled, really, like, Lyon side without their best players. They should be taking it to them. And that kind of last 15 minutes where they have players in the box, what are you scared of? I don't get what he's trying to protect. I really don't, because they are much better than Lyon, but they just were so boring to watch for the best part of 60, 70 minutes. Really disappointing, weren't they? From what we've seen in recent games from them and what we saw tonight, does it feel like they're more dependent than ever on Ronaldo? In that first half, he did well. Are they too focal? Is the focal point too much on Ronaldo? But a lot of what he was doing in his first half was very unselfish work. He's providing balls, as we were saying, that he should be the one flying in. He's taking people out, and everything's going in the net there. The goal, the player, everything, because that's what he does. I felt in the latter stages, Dybala started to make some runs. This isn't a penalty at all. I think Denayer did really well not to put his hands onto him. He became more frustrated as the game went on, really. But there's no doubt that, come that second half, and you can see there he's laughing at the theatricals, but I think he's been involved in a few of them himself over the years. But they'll be fine, Juve. They are. It's just one of those displays that when they get back to Turin, they'll turn it on and make sure they go through.
At this stage last season, they were 2-0 down to Atletico Madrid. They did turn it around. Ronaldo with a hat-trick, you wouldn't put it past him. Do you believe they will turn it around in Turin?
With the quality they have, they should be coming back, and I think they'll be fine. But they've got to add more tempo, and they've got to be better around the 18-yard box. If you give Lyon the chance to defend and get set up and be organised, it's going to be very difficult for Juventus. But they've got to go with tempo, the attitude that they can win.
They didn't look like contenders tonight, though, did they, at all?
I thought they were miles off it, to be honest with you, Linz. But, in these latter stages, the best players can turn it on. So, from their point of view, hopefully they can.
OK, thank you very much, Jermaine and Karen. Well, the round of 16 second legs begin in 2 weeks' time on the 10th and 11th of March. Also, you can see highlights on the way with Matt Smith and Owen Hargreaves in 15 minutes on BT Sport 2, including Lyon's win over the Italian champions for the first time in their history. They're taking a 1-0 lead into the second leg. Good night.